Hey everyone, Random Randy here, coming to you from the Mom Cave. This is Yarn Talk, a weekly knitting and crochet podcast, guaranteed to give you your recommended dose of fiber arts. If you're worried that your fiber intake may be a little bit on the low side, then you may want to subscribe to the channel to ensure that more awesome projects like these will be able to keep your hands and your heart full. So this is episode 55 of Yarn Talk. Killian is not napping as per the usual now, so you will more than likely hear him making quite a bit of noise and hullabaloo in the background. I have a lot of whips this week. Apparently Randy has developed cast-on-itis, and I want to start all the things. All the things. Gimme more stuff. I have one finished object on hand, and one of them is off in the mail to a customer. So I'm gonna jump right in with finished objects since I only have the one, and then I'm gonna get started on the hugely huge, massive list of works in progress. So this first finished object is a Mobius Cowl. It has a permanent twist in it, and no matter what you do to it, there will always be a twist. I got the pattern for this from a very old Crochet Crowd video, which I will link to in the description box below. But if you've never seen one in action, this is just from using one ball of yarn. It sort of folds over on itself like this, and it conforms to your neck. And this one is in the Desert Tones colorway. It's a big twist yarn. I got it on clearance. It was only $3 a ball. I used the entire thing, and it made this little cowl that is wide enough to cover my neck. And I really like the patterning on it, honestly. I really like it a lot. And I'm not usually a neutral colors kind of person, but this is just, I really like the way this looks. So the tutorial was super easy to follow. I've made one once before, but I made it longer. I made it with a bulky yarn, and it came out too long in my opinion, but this with the worsted weight yarn was just right. So if I were to do another one with bulky yarn, I would just adjust the stitches until it was about this size. So that is the only finished object for this week. The other one was a Zero Lovey, and I will pop up a picture in case somebody is new to the channel and hasn't seen me do 500 million of them, but I don't even really need the pattern anymore. Even though I have adapted the pattern a lot, I don't even really need to look at it anymore to get it done, because I've made so many. So Zero Lovey was the other one. Everything else is still chugging along. So next thing, which thing? I might as well get this over with. So I had mentioned previously that I was becoming increasingly worried that my His and Hers outdoor sweater, which I was making tunic length, was not going to be big enough for me. So, just for the heck of it, to both satisfy and disappoint myself, I seamed up the sides and the shoulders, and it both fits me and does not fit me. And I will show you what I mean in just a moment after I get into this. Alright, so, as I said, I am both pleased and disappointed with this. I have obviously not added the sleeves to it yet, and no, I'm not planning to leave it sleeveless. I'm just not wearing sleeves today because it's 50 degrees, and that's no sleeves weather for Randy. My thick northern blood is excessively happy with the temperature right now. Anyway, so this is what it looks like on. I love the way it fits here. It is perfect because I am not a very well endowed person in this region. So to have something that fits and makes it look as if I have a larger bust than I do, yay, fantastic. Also, lengthwise, it is perfect. It is indeed tunic length. I don't know if I can even get it, but it goes just down below my butt, which is just where I wanted it to be. Problem is this area. And that is not an issue of the pattern, but that is more an issue of my body. I still have a little bit of baby pudge here, and I feel like this makes me look like I'm a couple months pregnant, and that is not okay, because no, Randy is definitely not pregnant. No. So, I've got about 10 pounds to lose before I will be happy with the way that this fits me. So I am in no big rush to finish it. As I said, disappointed and pleased both. There is that, which kind of makes Randy sad. The weather is getting warmer, so hopefully I can shed the hibernation pounds the way that I'm wanting to, and we'll be able to wear it on chillier days and should definitely be able to wear it by fall. So that is the His and Hers outdoor sweater, and that is the Deborah Norville's Everyday Yarn in the Lava colorway. I could not tell you how much I used, but I used a lot of it, and still have, I think, 4 balls of it. I know I'm not going to need that to finish off just the sleeve, but I have extra because I like that yarn for everything. So that is one of my other wearables for the week. Other thing I'm working on is knitting project, which is for a friend for her kitchen. I'm making her probably 2 with how long this is taking me. Going to do 2 dish towels for her and a towel topper that'll just go over the hang bar, the handle on the oven. So this is what I got so far. I'm getting closer to done with the decreases. I don't know if I can even hold that up, but it's got the little eyelet row around the edge, and it's just done in garter stitch. It's just knit back and forth with a yarn over towards the edge to get you the little eyelets, and once you hit the midpoint you start doing decreases and it starts shrinking. Once it gets done with this, you just pick up stitches and go back and forth until you make your loop, and it's done. So there's this. I'm almost done with this one. Probably another night or 2 of just kind of TV knitting, because it's just back and forth and the decreases are super easy. So that, and I want to make her one that's orange with a brown part on the top, because all of her kitchen stuff is kind of earthy tones with some orange pops here and there, so that'll be cool. I'm doing that with a 5mm needle, I believe. This is a free pattern, by the way, and I will link to it just like I did last time. If you're somebody who hasn't knit before and you want to learn how, this is a good starter project. Better even than a regular washcloth, in my opinion, because it gives you a little bit more for technique than just what it was. Other thing that I'm working on is the Down on the Farm playmat. It is a free pattern from Lion Brand. I finished the mat itself, and I've got a whole bunch of little spare balls of yarn in here from all the parts I'm working on. So I've still got a few more parts to make. I have to actually wait for my eyelash yarn to get here. And if it doesn't get here in a decent amount of time, I'm just gonna have to do like a doll hair square to make the grass all floofy. All right, which side's the front? So this is the mat itself. This is supposed to be the sky. This is the grass. This is the path that will go from up near the skyline down to the corner through the farm area. This is the dirt for the carrot patch. And I still have to make the carrots themselves. Pretty much I was just going through and doing everything that needed the H hook first, and then I'll go through with the smaller hook and do all the actual amigurumi portions to it. Like there's a pig, a duck, the carrots. I think the sun uses the smaller hook too. And I've got the top piece of the barn done. So next thing, I'm gonna finish up the doors for the barn, and then I'm gonna have to look at it and see what I'll be doing after that. But I'm just using everything spare that I have. I mean, this doesn't look like spare, but this is Red Heart with Love, and I'm just using that for the barn. Because I wasn't gonna go buy a pack of Lion Brand bonbons to get the little teeny pieces that you need for all of the small parts when I have all those colors already, essentially, or a close variation of them. Didn't make sense to me to go buy a whole new thing just to have the one that was in the pattern. Whatever. So, other two works in progress. Yes, I have a lot. So many whips this week. Horrible. And I've got my little coffee cup with my Wake Crochet Sleigh logo on it. All right, two more things, and then I will get to acquisitions, because rather than doing a separate video, the stuff I got from JoAnn's isn't a lot, so I'm just gonna toss it on the end for stuff that I got in the past week. Makes more sense. Other things I'm working on. This is going to be a kitty-eared hat like the Twilight Nico ones that I sell in my shop on Etsy. But I am using Loops and Threads Charisma yarn for this, and I just finished the ribbing band on it. If it will focus, which it's trying to look at my face. There we go. So this is just the ribbed band, and it's going to, essentially you just knit a tube and then you do a 3-needle bind off along the top inside of it so that it looks square, but when you put it on your head it makes the corners pop up like cat ears. It's easy, it's relatively mindless knitting. I don't know why, that yarn was talking to me and said, "Hey Randy, make me into a kitty ear hat this week," and I was like, alright yarn, whatever. So there's that. And this, by the way, I may have mentioned this before, but I don't know if I actually showed you or not. Hello, H-hook. But this is the yarn bowl that my husband made for me for Christmas. This is made with poplar, and I can't remember what finish he used on it, but it was some sort of natural oil. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, this bowl is just made out of poplar. He made the little portion here to pull the yarn through. And this is actually wide enough that if you have a Caron 1 pound and it's still in the big skein, you can actually set it in here and have the center pole come out the top of it. Just pretty awesome. So I generally plunk this up on my desk and have something in it that I'm working on. Last work in progress. I am trying to get through these as quick as possible because, oh my lord, so much stuff this week. Do I have the... I just heard it go clunk. Okay, it's in there. This, which you probably just saw a flash of, the sparkly bright green. This is the worsted weight version of my Hangetsu shawl, which I am... filmed the tutorial. I need to get it edited so that I can send it to my testers. And this isn't even a full first pattern repeat. I still got 2 more rows to finish before this is the first chunk of the pattern. It is significantly larger than the DK weight version. I'm doing this with an 8mm hook, an L hook, so it's pretty huge. And this is the Hirschner's Halloween shimmer yarn. It's green, but it's got silver metallic in it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it or not. The sun keeps coming and going in here, so I do not know. On top of that, my eyesight is horrible and I need to get my eyes checked before my husband leaves again. It is on Randy's list of things to do. But yeah, so this is just the first repeat of the pattern. not even the full first repeat of the pattern. And I do have the pattern with some of my testers now. I have contacted almost everybody. I had to send a few people YouTube messages because I don't have them on anywhere else. If I can't get in touch with them on YouTube, I will be trying to find them on Instagram. I already gave the pattern to 4 of the 10 people, and there are 2 people that I could not get in touch with at all because they don't have the messaging option for YouTube and I don't have them anywhere else. So if these 2 people could either join my Facebook group or find me on Instagram and send me a message so that I can get the pattern to you, that would be awesome. They are Grace Nesbitt and Wanda Garcia. Once I get in touch with everybody, I have a total of 10 testers, and the people that I sent YouTube messages to, if any of you are watching, which I know some of you do, Denise Deer from Deer Designs, Rel from the Cynthia Noel, the Dabbling Hook channel, and Nicole from Addicted to Yarn. If you all can check your YouTube inbox, I will be checking mine back periodically over the next day or 2, hopefully getting messages back from you, and if not, find me on Instagram or join my Facebook group. It's a lot easier to get in touch with me there. I know that YouTube messaging is a horrible nightmare to navigate, but I will be checking it in case any of you get back with me there, and if not, I will find you on Instagram and send you the pattern that way. So that is all of the stuff about my pattern taken care of, all of the finished objects and works in progress done. Yes, and I'm at less than 20 minutes. I am on a roll today. This sunshine is doing fantastic things for me and it needs to stay. I'm like a flower. As much as I like to lurk and hang out in dark places, I need sunshine. Anyway, so things that I got from JoAnn. I've got them all in this box, which no, this is not what they came in. This is just something that I had yarn in before and got to rearrange my shelves recently a little bit, so yay. Stuff. Random, totally not yarn related thing, because I needed to reach a certain threshold to get the discounted shipping. So I got this candy spoon mold from JoAnn. I think it was like $6 or something. Anyway, I have kids. Something like this is a good thing. Never a bad idea. I didn't get that much yarn, actually, because I got so much from Hirschner's. I got very little from JoAnn because it was cheaper at Hirschner's. I got this giant ball of Red Heart Comfort. I know it's got a little bit of a glare on it, so here, actually, I'll just rip open the bag now that I'm going to be putting it up on the shelves so it won't get covered in CAT hair. Right, so this is Red Heart Comfort Purple Print. This is actually a worsted weight yarn. This is a 340 gram, 12 ounce ball. There's 649 yards of yarn here. It is various shades of purple and blue. And I wanted to have this for making more hats for Click for Babies. I do have a few more of them set aside, but I don't have a lot of purple yarn or even purple variegated yarn, so I thought this one big ball would net me quite a few infant hats. So there's that. So the only other yarn that I got, super crinkly, I got 3 skeins of Red Heart Super Saver green tones, which I think is going to be my new color for my Octopus Cthulhu hats that I make. And I do have some of my amigurumi octopi that I make in this color that people seem to enjoy a lot. So I got a pack of 3 of them because to get Red Heart from JoAnn, you have to get it in packs of 3. Not all of their yarn is that way, but Red Heart is that way, which is lame. Really, really lame. Anyway, other things. Lots of little things. Because I was really just trying to meet that threshold for discounted shipping. I actually got 2 of these, but one of them is for me. This is the extra itty bitty teeny tiny pom-pom maker set, and these make pom-poms that are 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch in diameter, so 20 to 25 millimeters. Super teeny tiny. This is going in my box of stuff for future giveaways, because I stockpile things. It's just how I operate. So I got a few small packs of things just to fill the space. Got these steampunk buttons, quote unquote. They are plastic but look like an antique finish, and I don't know if you'll be able to see them or not, but that is actually octopus shaped buttons. And I got these also steampunk quote unquote buttons that look like a compass rose, which I thought was pretty cool. If it'll focus, maybe. Yeah. And I got this 4-ounce bag of buttons that are in varying sizes and shapes, and they're kind of neutral tones-ish. Why is it not focusing? But they're all like browns, tan, there's a couple of blues. Just general neutral stuff. And I got 2 books. So this is where the books came from that I thought were gonna be in my Hirschner stuff last week, but nope. It's in the JoAnn stuff because I am on a big cable stitches kick for this year. I got this book. It is a leisure arts book, 63 cable stitches. It's pretty much just, I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not because it's very reflective. Yeah. But this is all just how to do the stitches themselves, and there are only a few actual patterns for objects scattered throughout. But for the most part, it's just instructions on how to make the swatch with the cables. Yes, Killian, hello dear. So this, which is pretty cool, and the other book that I got is Icebox Crochet. And this is all itty bitty little amigurumi food. So this is over 45 adorable food items to fill the fridge. And it is also a leisure arts book. All this neato stuff on the back. Pretty awesome. There's a lot of stuff in here. And some of it, just from looking at the patterns, I was asking myself why I bought this book, because they're very simple, but it does have a couple of cute things in here that I haven't seen a solid pattern before that I liked. So I guess I really shouldn't complain. The nice thing about a physical book versus a digital book is if I only use it once or twice and don't like it, I can always sell it in my Etsy shop as a supply, or send it to somebody else, or even send it to Amazon and get a credit towards a gift card for other things. That's why actual books have a slightly higher value in my opinion. So that is all that I have for this week, and I wanted to say thank you to all of my returning subscribers. Hello there to all of the new subscribers. I am almost at 1,200 subscribers now. That is pretty fantastic in my opinion. And that reminds me, I have something that I need to do in my Facebook group today that I've been meaning to do for quite a bit now, but totally have spaced on it with all the insanity of the last week or so. So, if you are not already in the Facebook group and you want to be able to interact with me and some other people in this lovely yarny community on a bit more of a personal level, go ahead and check it out. It is just Random Randy's Random Family, and the link to that is always in the description box below the video, along with all of the other pertinent links to patterns and various other cool stuff that I have mentioned in the video. Killian's making a weird face at me. Come here. Oh, God. Oh. Yeah. It's it's been one of those days. And he's still having upset tummy issues, so that makes it super, super fun. So with that being said, the last thing that I have to mention is that I currently have a spring clearance sale going on in my Etsy shop. It is a specific section of my shop. You can find it over in the sidebar with all of the section headings like hats, tops, etc. And everything in there is an additional 15% off the already ridiculously low prices because I'm just trying to clear out some of the stuff I have. So that is going from today until the end of March. So through the 31st, all that stuff will be on sale, an additional 15% off. I do offer free first class shipping to the US, and there's some cool stuff in there, and it's a variety of things. I have some amigurumi, some hats, a few tops, stuff that I've had for more than a year that is not something I can donate, and there isn't enough yarn to bother reclaiming the yarn from it. So if you want some super deep discount stuff, go check it out. And that's all I've got for this week. So again, thank you so much everybody for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye.